Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back, or if this is the first time that we're virtually meeting, my name is Jamie. I really hope you enjoyed this video as well as my channel. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you do. So today's video is gonna be all about dupes. So I have 10 dupes that I'm gonna be talking about with you guys today. Now, I really tried to find dupes that I have not really heard too many people talk about. This video is also extra exciting because it is in collaboration with Amelia Liana. If you are not familiar with Amelia, you need to be. She is an English YouTuber who is so incredibly sweet. Her videos are so well done, so well edited. I feel like she is just so put together and her videos really do emulate that. She is such an awesome person, so I really hope you guys check her out. She also put together 10 drugstore dupes, so I will link her video in the description box. Do not forget to head over to her channel and her video. Click that subscribe button over there. Tell her that Jamie sent you over. So if you'd like to see what dupes I found, then of course keep on watching. So the first dupe that we're going to talk about is going to be a foundation dupe. So this one is the Lancome Miracle Cushion Foundation. Cushion foundations were originally very popular in Korean makeup, and it's basically where the foundation is dispensed through this little cushion over here. Typically these foundations are very lightweight, very appropriate for every day, and I do really enjoy them. This one in particular is definitely one of my favorites, but I do have an exact dupe for it. So the dupe that I have for this Lancome foundation is this L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Foundation. I honestly could not even tell one difference between these two. They look the same, they apply the same, they have the exact same amount of coverage, and to be honest with you, Lancome is owned by L'Oreal, so I mean, so if you're looking at the Lancome foundation or really any other high-end cushion foundation, definitely try out the L'Oreal one first because it is a really great alternative. My next dupe that I have over here is actually a primer. This is the MAC Strobe Cream. Now, MAC Strobe Cream is a really beautiful, glowy primer that you could apply before your foundation, or you could also mix it in with your foundation and it will make your skin look really nice and glowy. This is basically exactly like another L'Oreal product. This is the Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. Their texture is very similar. I would say that the MAC Strobe Cream is a little bit more cream-like, whereas the Magic Lumi is not quite as creamy and a little bit more lightweight. But they honestly give basically the exact same effect, especially if you have dry skin and you feel like your skin is a little bit dull and you want to brighten it up a bit. Using a product like this is really great. So when I was like digging through my makeup collection looking for dupes, I discovered that the Maybelline Color Jolts are basically the exact same thing to the Too Faced Melted Liquefied Longwear Lipstick. The Too Faced Melted Lipsticks are basically liquid lipsticks that don't actually ever dry down. They have more of like a semi-matte finish. They are really beautiful and actually some of my favorite lip products. However, the Maybelline Color Jolts are basically the exact same thing. It's the exact same idea where it's a liquefied lipstick that doesn't actually dry down, but it has more of a comfortable semi-matte finish. The application process is exactly the same. They both have these like sponge applicators, and the texture and everything about them is, I'm telling you, totally identical. So not only did I find a formula dupe, but I also found a color dupe. So this one over here is the Too Faced Melted Lipstick in the shade Melted Peony. This is the exact same color to the Maybelline Color Jolt in the shade number 10 Never Bare. And of course, the Maybelline one is so much less expensive. So I was so excited to find these dupes over here. So the next dupe that I have for you guys is actually a cream highlighter. This is the Cover FX cream highlighter in the shade Celestial. It's a gorgeous, cool toned pink cream highlighter that just looks so beautiful on the tops of cheekbones, looks very nice and natural. I found an exact color dupe as well as a formula dupe with the Maybelline Master Strobing Stick, and this one is in the shade number 100, and it is the exact same color, that same cool toned pink highlighting shade. It gives you the exact same type of glow, and honestly, almost like the Maybelline one a little bit better. I feel like it gives you a little bit more of a glow. So I actually have yet another formula and color dupe. So this is the NARS Velvet Lip Glide. Now I actually just recently did a whole video talking about these. This is one of my new favorite formulas that I've discovered. It's basically a liquefied lipstick that goes on a little bit glossy, and after a few hours it goes a little bit more matte, but it's definitely not completely matte, and it does not dry down. So it's basically a liquefied lipstick very similar to the Too Faced Melted. This thing over here, this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Gloss, is the exact same idea. It applies like a liquefied lipstick. It has a little bit of a gloss, and then after about an hour the gloss sort of fades away. It is honestly the exact same thing, and I actually found an exact color dupe. The shade from the NARS Velvet Lip Glide in Danceteria is the exact same color to the Infallible Pro Matte Gloss. If you're looking for an alternative to the NARS Velvet Lip Glides, because they are pretty expensive, definitely check out the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Gloss, because I mean, you cannot get any more similar than this product. So now I have a blush dupe to one of my all-time favorite blushes. This is the Kat Von D blush in the shade Wish. Now this blush is actually discontinued, and it makes me very upset because it's one of my all-time favorite blushes. It's this really beautiful, like very light peachy shade. It has a little bit of gold in it. It was just so pretty to wear when you don't want your blush to compete with the rest of your makeup, because on the cheeks, even though it is pretty peachy in the pan, it translates a little bit more neutral, and it just looks so beautiful worn with basically any eye look and any lip color. So I love this so much, and I'm so happy that I found a very similar color. Now this is not an exact dupe, but it's the closest dupe that I was able to find, and it's with a very affordable product, and it is the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in the shade Apricot in the middle. I would say that like the pigmentation in the Wet n Wild blush is a little bit more intense, and because of that, it sort of translates as a tad bit darker when you actually swatch it on your hands side by side. But honestly, on the cheeks, you can barely even tell a difference. It has the same really gorgeous, very finely milled gold shimmer in it, which just looks so beautiful on the cheeks. Next, I have a dupe for one of my all-time favorite lip products. This is the YSL lipstick in the shade number 10 Beige Tribute. This is one of my all-time favorite pinky nudes. The reason why I love this shade so much is because it doesn't lean too pink. It has the perfect amount of beige tones in it so that it's still more on the nude side. Now, I was very excited to actually find a more affordable dupe for this because, of course, YSL lipsticks are very, very expensive. So this is the Rimmel lipstick in the shade number 45. This is part of like the Kate Moss line, and this is basically almost the exact same shade. The only difference I would say between the two is that the Rimmel lipstick is maybe just a little bit sheerer than the YSL lipstick. The YSL lipstick is a little bit creamier, but honestly, on the lips, it's very hard to tell the difference, and you really can't be an affordable dupe to a YSL lipstick. Anastasia Sepia is such a popular shade from the Anastasia liquid lipstick collection. It's a really interesting color. It's like a cool toned grayish beige shade. Typically, it is a little bit more difficult to find these more interesting shades at the drugstore, but I actually did find a dupe for this. Maybelline recently came out with a really awesome line of lipstick called their Bold line, and within that line, they came out with really cool, more interesting colors like this one over here called Gone Greige. This is probably my favorite from the line. Now, this is definitely not an 100% color dupe, but I still really want to mention it because it is a little bit more difficult to find these like gray shades at the drugstore, and it's probably one of the more similar ones to Sepia that I found at the drugstore. This one is definitely just a little bit lighter, has a bit more of a purplier undertone, and to be very honest with you, I feel like the Maybelline one is definitely more flattering on more people. Sepia could be a little bit more difficult to wear, whereas the Maybelline one, because it has more purpley undertones to it, just makes it a lot more flattering to wear. So I actually almost prefer this one over Sepia. So next, I have a very similar color to the shade Androgyny from Jeffree Star. This is a really pretty, very deep rosy shade, and I did find a very, very similar color. It is not an exact dupe. It's also not the same formula, but it is another lipstick from the Maybelline Bold lipstick line, and this is in the shade number 770 Mauve. The only difference is I would say that the Maybelline lipstick is a little bit more pink and not quite as brown. I think this is also a really great alternative if you are not such a fan of liquid lipstick and you want to wear something that's a little bit more hydrating, but you still want to get that color. This is a really great alternative. Now I have the Kylie Bronze palette over here. Now I actually did a video talking about exact dupes for this palette, but I did only speak about single eyeshadow. So I wanted to speak about another palette that is definitely not an exact dupe for it, because like I said, I spoke about the exact dupes in that video, but it still has sort of like the same vibe to it, and a lot of people compare this particular eyeshadow palette to the Kylie one because it is pretty similar. So I wanted to show this to you guys because it is definitely less expensive, and if you are to buy it, you are also supporting a fellow YouTuber. So it is the BH Cosmetics and Shan XO palette. This is what the eyeshadows look like. It's very similar to the Kylie palette. It sort of has the same vibe. Even the packaging is very, very similar. The eyeshadow quality is very good. I do use this quite a lot on an everyday basis. It has some really great colors in here. What's really cool about this palette is that not only do you get some eyeshadows, but you also get lipsticks on the other sides. I think this is a really great alternative to the Kylie eyeshadow palette, but again, if you want exact exact eyeshadow dupes, I will have my video that I did linked in the description box. So that completes my 10 drugstore dupes. I really hope you guys found this video helpful. Also, let me know if you guys have any other dupe suggestions. I think it would be also really great for the comment section to sort of be a forum for other people to go look for other dupes that I may not have mentioned before. So definitely leave a comment down below, give this video a big thumbs up, and of course subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And definitely don't forget to check out Amelia's video as well as her channel and give her lots and lots of love. So that's basically it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.